We have found a gym full of exceptionally talented kids on today's episode of Atlanta Mom. I am your host, Melanie Snare, and we are at Dacula Family Sports, where they offer all kinds of action for your kids. Bobby, this place offers so many different things for kids.
It sure does. We started about 8 years ago,
Okay.
and it was a family coming together and really wanting to make sure that families like ours could come in and do multiple things. So if your one child want to do gymnastics, the other could be doing taekwondo. Also we have dance and we have cheerleading as well.
So you're the team director here?
I am the team director. I love it very much. I have some amazing kids. We have about 60 team kids here, not including the gymnastics and recreational classes. So I'm the big kahuna.
The big kahuna, I like it. So what does the big kahuna do to these kids?
I put them through the paces. They're really good athletes. On average, these kids can do anywhere from about 1,500 sit-ups to about 2,000 push-ups. Pound for pound, these kids are probably the strongest athletes in sports.
How important do you think physical fitness is for our children today?
Well, it's essential, and one of the things that I think that our after-school program is providing that kids are not getting in school, with the funding being cutting and all the concerns that are going on with school, unfortunately, physical fitness is one of the things that's going by the wayside.
Right.
And we are real big, strong proponents, and they've got to have that physical activity, not only for their health and well-being, but also kids just don't reset. They need that outlet, that time to move, run, jump.
Absolutely.
And in the day of video games and all these things that are detraction. And, when we were little, we'd go out and we'd play outside. Now they come in and they play a video game. So I think it's just essential for them to have that physical activity. They come in here and they get, for after school in particular, what I was talking about, they come in and they get a full hour every day of some sort of physical activity. It may be a chosen sport, or it may be volleyball or badminton or, tag or whatever, but they're moving and they're sweating and they're getting that energy out. And so they're coming home and, at the end of the day, they've come to us, they've done a sport, they've gotten that energy out, they've had a snack, and they've worked on their homework, and they get to go home and be a family. And I think that's great.
I could not agree with you more. Kelly, we just saw you with the cutest little toddlers. Tell me what you were doing with them.
That was a parent-assisted class. It's called Tiny Tykes, and it's for kids 18 months to 3 years old. And they come in with their parents once a week for 45 minutes. And we will use bars, beams, some very basic floor apparatus, trampoline, and we use the pit. That's always their favorite. They love to play in the pit. And today's Ribbon Week, so they were getting a copy of their evaluation so their parents know what skills they've mastered. Some of those kids were ready to move up to our next class. A few of them were 3 years old, so they were getting their ribbons at the end of class today.
What is your favorite part about teaching kids that age?
Hugs.
You got lots of them, I saw.
Absolutely, yeah. I love my hugs. They know that.
They're so cute. And what else happens in this area in the gym? You're over all of this, right?
Right. We have multiple classes for lots of age groups. We have a team program. We have our after-school program, and some of them do gymnastics in here as well. We're pretty busy just about all the time back here.
So what do you think is all of the different parts? We talked a little bit to some of the gymnastics coaches. Your background is Taekwondo?
Yes. I came up doing Taekwondo all of my life, and from some time I was 9 until now. And I also head up the martial arts program, so I'm the director of that program as well. And for me, it was so much about being able to make my living, doing what I love to do, being with kids, being with families, and giving back to our community as well. We like to say here that we are developing character while cultivating skill. So we're really, at the end of the day, it's nice for kids to be able to develop a sport and be able to do flips and to do kicks and whatnot, but it's the lessons they learn from doing those skills and doing those things that help develop their character, that help them later on in life. And so, to me, if we can help those kids that little bit in their extra part of life, then we'll be going a long way.
Lauren, so you do the Taekwondo here. I saw you working with some of the kids.
Yes.
What is it like? What's this whole experience like for you?
For me, it's very enriching. I get to work with the kids and teach them, and not only I learn so much from them as an instructor, and I grow as an instructor just by teaching the kids. They're very energetic and lively, and each one's different. So I get to mold as an instructor to each child, and tailor my teaching to their needs.
What do you think is the most important thing that they take away from being a part of this sport?
to pick themselves up by their own bootstrap. What I like about gymnastics, it teaches them to be A-type personality people, because you're competing against themselves, not so much other people. Because sports, you have a team person. If you want to I play college football, so if you want not to do something,
right,
you can just send that play in. Oh, I'm gonna sit back here and chill out. Gymnastics is not a sport like that. You actually have to compete against yourself. So you make yourself, better by seeing your limitations and making new limitations. So that's what I love about this sport.
Always challenging yourself.
Always challenging yourself, and yes, it is harder than football.
There you go.
We've always got something going on. We also offer Kids Night Out,
Oh, fun.
which is for the whole community. And they can come in here, and for that night, they just come here and we kind of blow up bounce houses, and they get to kind of have the Lord of the Flies a little bit, and get a time to really have organized chaos, as I call it, a little bit. But it is very, kept under control as far
Right.
as guidance. But it's a good time for them to come and just work out.
And how long does that last? The parents drop off the kids?
Sure, the Kid Night Out come in, and they start at 6:30 and they go to 10:30. So it's a great time, if you catch an early movie,
Right.
or just to go have a nice dinner, and the kids are just having a good time. They have pizza and they watch movies and they blow up bounce houses and run crazy. So it's
So
good.
much fun. So how do they find out about all of these different things? Do you have a website?
We
Sure do. Our website is DaculaFamilySports.com. And you can go there, and all of our information, and also we have summer camps coming
Okay.
up as we're coming into the summer, and all of that information's on there. And the summer camps, they go on field trips. They're not only here. We feel like we have a fun field environment just here, but also they're all over. They go to Stone Mountain, they go ice skating, they go roller skating. They're at the movies, so they're never bored.
You guys are very well-rounded here.
We're trying to be. And every time we every year we try to make everything a little bit better, a little bit stronger, and so. Hopefully we're doing that.
They're pretty hardcore here at Dacula Family Sports, but they are making a difference in the lives of our kids. I am Melanie Snare for another episode of Atlanta Mom. Be sure you're following us on Facebook and Twitter, and connect with us at getlocalatl.com to see where we are headed next.